Hi, it's Kat here. Haven't been around for a while, but I've had an eventful year so far. I had a fall on the 5th of January and snapped my little finger on my right hand, straight across there. It's still a bit swollen and it won't bend. That's as much as it'll bend, and it won't straighten. That's as much as it'll straighten. So I'm having to have some physio on it to try and get some movement back in, but it's hard going. I got this cast, not a plaster cast, a little cast that they give you now, which takes the place of having your fingers taped together. It just fits on like that, which I wasn't allowed to take off for quite a while, but can take it off now so that I can get some exercises happening. So that was the 5th of January. Then a week or so later I started feeling a bit odd. And on the 14th of January, I was fine in the morning, but by evening time, I couldn't talk, I couldn't walk, and I could barely see. I went to the hospital, or we called the ambulance, and I had a chest infection and a bladder infection, and in one day it was showing signs of sepsis in the blood. So I was in hospital for about 3.5 weeks, which wasn't fun. And that's what happens with MS. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. If you have a flare-up, it will depend on which part of the brain that you have your MS lesions as to how it's going to affect you, which is why everyone with MS is different. So I couldn't eat for a while. I totally lost my sense of taste. And I know that can be connected with COVID, but I've not had COVID. And now I'm having meetings with all sorts of health professionals because my MS is still not settled down and may never settle down. So I was trying to write in hospital. I got there sort of a little bit, but not too much. But I made this little book. This is a cover that your cutlery comes in when you have meals. And this was a bit of paper that I asked the nurses for so I could practice some of my the language that I made up. Another time that I had an MS flare-up. So I got a bit of that done, but it was hard hanging onto the pen when your fingers don't meet. Like, I can do that, but that one meets, that one doesn't. So that one does, but I can't put any pressure on it. That one needs some more exercises. So I can write, as you can see. But not for very long, and definitely not the fine writing that I used to do.